Hello everyone! In this video I tell you about 5 most secret rules of success from Arnold Schwarzengger. Place 5. Don't fall for the crab mentality. In simpler terms, don't trust skeptics. People who don't believe in your goals and aspirations. Have you heard of the crab bucket theory? If you put several live crabs in a bucket, then they all turn out to be at a different level. Someone wants to get out, but as soon as it reaches the bottom, the crabs from below grab them and pull them to the bottom. All these people are crabs. They will pull you to the low level. They will say that you cannot do anything. They will convince you that it's useless, that it won't get you anywhere, but you must remember these are crabs. When you hear from others that is useless, it means that this is exactly what will lead you to success.
I think it is natural that when you have a big vision and big dreams and you have big goals, that people are going to say around you, I don't think it can be done. I think it's impossible. I mean, it started right away when I was 15 years old and I became a bodybuilder. Right after that, when I said, I want to be a world champion in bodybuilding, I want to be Mr. Universe. They immediately said, are you crazy? Bodybuilding is an American sport, forget about it, that's nuts. And then when I wanted to go into show business, after I won 13 world championship titles in bodybuilding, I said, I want to be like Reg Park. I want to be a Hercules, I want to get into movies. Well, I tell you, when I met those agents and managers, their reaction was, oh, Arnold, that is so funny. You want to be what, a leading man? Oh, come on. I mean, look, first of all, let's start with your body. You're gigantic, you're like a monster. And then your accent, oh, it gives me the chills just listening to your German bullshit. Come on now. Have you ever seen an international movie star with a German accent? It doesn't happen. Forget about that. And then your name, what is it, Schwarzenschnitzel or something like that? People are going to storm the theater and the movie houses because Schwarzenschnitzel is starring in a movie. Oh yeah, I can see that already. Imagine that. Everywhere I turned, they said, no, it won't happen, it's not going to happen, and forget about it. Luckily, I did not listen. I started taking acting classes, English classes, even accent removal classes. I ran around all day saying lines like, a fine wine grows on a vine. All of a sudden, I got a little break. All of a sudden, I got a TV show, a little part, then another little part, and then Pumping On and Stay Hungry, and then, of course, I landed the big role of Conan the Barbarian. So finally, I got the big break. And you know what was so interesting about it was the director said at the press conference, if we wouldn't have had Schwarzenegger with those muscles, we would have had to build one. And then when I did Terminator, James Cameron said the I'll be back line became one of the most famous movie lines in history because of Arnold's crazy accent, because he sounded like a machine. So as you see, everything that the naysayers said was a liability became an asset. Ignore the naysayers.
Place 4. The most important rule that Arnold teaches us is to create the rules yourself. No matter what you do, you can be successful if you follow your rules. Probably by this he wants to tell us that along the way you will form for yourself some of your rules that work and help you. Place 3. Have your vision. You must know where you are going. When you have a goal and vivid vision, it motivates you. Knowing what to strive for is one of the main rules. Most have no idea where they are going, and imagine what will happen if you know. You have an advantage. Arnold knew where he was going. He was going to become the bodybuilding champion. He just had a task of how to achieve this.
I grew up after the Second World War. Austria, right along with Germany, lost the Second World War. There was, of course, depression. There was a terrible economic situation. I wanted to get out of there. I wanted to escape. And luckily, one day in school, I watched a documentary about America. I knew exactly that is where I wanted to end up. The question was just, how do I get there? How do I get to America? No one had the money to travel or anything. But one day, I was fortunate enough to see a bodybuilding magazine. And on the cover was this very muscular guy. Mr. Universe becomes Hercules star. His name was Reg Park. I read the article as fast as I could, learning about how he grew up in Leeds in England. Poor, and how he trained 5 hours a day, every single day, and trained and trained and trained, and then he finally became Mr. Great Britain, and then became Mr. Universe. And then he won a second Mr. Universe title and a third Mr. Universe title, and then all of a sudden he landed in Rome in Cinecittà doing Hercules movies. And as I read, I became more and more certain. I had that vision very clearly laid out, to be a champion on that same stage where he won the Mr. Universe, and then to move to America, then get into movies. From that moment on, everything that I did, no matter how hard I had to work or how much I had to struggle, it didn't matter, because I knew what the purpose was, and I found my passion. Always discover your vision, and the rest will follow.
Place 2. And from here follows the following rule. Don't get hung up on what you have achieved. Always strive for the best. Strive for excellence. Why is this so important? Because one day you can stop feeling that you have achieved something and that your life has changed, and even greater peaks may await you ahead. If you stop developing, you will not know it. Never stop.
Never ever think small. You have to go and shoot for the stars. I didn't just think about being in movies. No, I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to have above the title billing. I wanted to become the highest paid entertainer. I basically wanted to be another John Wayne. What's wrong with that? Never think small, think big.
Place 1. 5 elements of success. 1. Hunger. This means that it doesn't matter who you are, in what positions, you always have a chance for a great future, regardless of the conditions. When you have nothing to lose, but you have room to grow. Growth is development. 2. Desire, and here it is important to add our wish. Distinguish between your desire and the positions of others. Only you decide your destiny. Don't even listen to your loved ones who say how and where you will be better. They lived in a different time, in different condition, and live a different life. If you feel that you have to go the other way, go. 3. Spark. If you feel a desire in yourself, a spark that you were born for something great, then go for it. You don't have to be the son of a bodybuilder or president. You don't need to be someone great to know what you want. Be who you are within yourself in reality. 4. Effort. You cannot influence the flow of money, you cannot influence events around you, but you can give 100%. Success cannot exist without effort.
You never want to fail because you didn't work hard enough. It doesn't matter in what area you're in. No pain, no gain. Listen, when I came to the United States, I remember that I trained 5 hours a day, every day, and I was managing a construction business, and I was a bricklayer. And I went to college also. And I took acting classes from 8 o'clock at night to 12 o'clock midnight. Every day I did that. Work your butt off. That's what I always believe. No matter what you do, work, work, work.
5. Lack of fear. Don't be afraid to lose everything and start over. Don't be afraid to live where you don't like. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to leave those who don't believe in you. Don't be afraid to fight for your goal and dream. You feel that yours, achieve it. Quit your unloved job, school for the idea of a new business? Definitely yes. Don't be afraid, and success will come to you.
And you will see the millions and millions of people that need your help. And this is why I tried to take every opportunity that I could to give something back. I started training Special Olympians. I started after-school programs for the most vulnerable children, for inner-city children, to make them be able to say no to drugs, no to gangs, and no to violence. We all can create change, whether it is in our neighborhood or in our local schools, because the bottom line is, it is up to us. Have a vision. Think big. Ignore the naysayers. Work your ass off and give back and change the world. Because if not us, who? If not now, when?
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, write in the comments please. And yeah, be happy please. See you later.